Being young and looking young I felt like it would last forever. The world and the illusion of time was at the tip of my fingers. And it was fantastic. And it was at a time of my life that I was living in New York City and I was working in the fashion district. And I lived right in Midtown Manhattan. Well, not Midtown, but in the area known as Hell's Kitchen, which is a famous Broadway play now. I did say it was about growing, but I've come to embrace the word becoming. Becoming leaves space for continued growth, and it makes me feel very secure in knowing that there's still more of me to experience and more of me to learn and embrace. It feels like one continuous story. It has been one experience has led to the next, and so on and so forth. And I've gained immeasurable value and knowledge. In my senior year of college, my student teaching involved me working with severely to profoundly disabled children that were moving into adulthood, from the baby stage 21. And that put me in a frame of mind where I became acutely aware of the value of life, all of the values of life. Those people, that group of people, those children that I worked with loved every kind gesture that was given. They took everything with an open heart, and they just were very grateful. So that's basically where it started. And I learned from that education, or the lack of, affects every single life. And so education is very important, but it should also be relevant. And it's the relevancy that engages the student and gives them a roadmap to their dreams or fear of lack. That's what turns things negativity around. This is where the arts and education meet, when we give people a vision and they can begin to believe that vision and move on. And so that's basically how how it got started. But then, of course, I did many other things in education along the way. It's an honor. It really is, because there's a lot that goes on in people's lives that can change their financial situation. And some people go from low to high or high to low. But being able to help people that are experiencing financial difficulties at a particular time of their lives, and in a meaningful way, in that it is supporting their children's development, is it's a great job to have. Well, they work hand in hand, especially if you're dealing with a child that is an artistic child, that is important for that part of their brain to be utilized and demonstrated, that inner energy that needs to come out. So especially for those children, having instruction in performing arts is just what they need to build their confidence, to build their ability to self-express. All of those things work together in building the child. So when they took education out of schools, not every single last one of them, but when it wasn't as a part of the mainstream education, it was important to go to music and sing. It was important to take art classes. It gave you a different balance. It made you deal with different parts of your brain and of your emotions, so that when you got back into math and got back into science, you were ready. You had a release. It's like going out on the playground and playing and then having to come back after recess. But it's a marvelous thing. And then, of course, it teaches you the ability to communicate, self-discipline. There's just so many components that children respond to, that corresponds with them doing better with their academics. Well, motherhood has been the honor of my life. It has been a phenomenal experience, and I have enjoyed every minute of it. It taught me that I could do anything that I wanted to do if I put my mind to it. It was tough sometimes. It was, when I say tough, it was exhausting sometimes. There was a lot that went into it. But I hung in there, and I'm glad that I did. And because that's what leaders do. Leaders hang in there. Leaders paved the way to show with grace how to move through one situation to another. And so a lot of what I do even now is so that my children will be able to see when they get to be 70 years old, they'll remember this is what mom was doing. So I can cross the hurdle and get to wherever it is I want to get to. I'll be all right. And I think that's how it shaped me becoming a leader. It put more responsibility in my life that I had to deal with, that I love dealing with, and it brought me to this side, to where I am today. I would say to myself, don't try to have everything at the same time. I would say life happens over a period of time. So enjoy where you are today, embrace where you are today, and put honest work into every day, because then the future will take care of itself. And so it reduces anxiety, and it would help me enjoy my present moment and not think about something that I had no control over. I completely understand why women would fear aging. I felt it. I sometimes still feel it, but I have to be with what I'm feeling, first of all. Think about what it is that's making me feel that way. Identify it, and then move on.